Hi, and welcome to our journey to top 100 in the world. It is already day 82, and yeah, we are once again on an upward trajectory in terms of reading climb. Hopefully, it will continue. We'll see. And yeah, while we are waiting for my first opponent, I would like to thank you all guys for subscribing because we just reached 900 subscribers, which is awesome. And yeah, maybe I would like to create one goal for you and challenge for you if we can reach 1000 subscribers by day 100. That would be very awesome if that's possible. So I'll appreciate it I'll appreciate every subscription. And with that, we can start talking about the game. We see a Petrov. I can go into the front knight Scotch because I cannot know that. Or I'll just accept. And then yeah, d6, and then the line I play because it's simply very easy is this Nemchovich attack. Where you essentially ruin your pawn structure, but you open up the bishops and yeah, you will cast long. With a nice attack hopefully on the king side. And the attack on the queen side for black will not be as fast because you got the extra defender here. Knight d7, that's not the usual way how you play this. Then I'll go for queen d2 and just drag long castles. Because usually you want to play bishop c4, but with this slightly odd move knight d7, I'll wait a move or two just to see where is the knight heading, because there are quite some squares. I can wait for a bit more longer. Yeah, I'll just cast long. It's super obvious, and black will have to cast a short, and then yeah, I can start attack too. Yeah, there it is, short castles. So yeah, I'll just go in with the h-pawn. That feels very logical. And yes, I'm delaying the development of this bishop for maybe too long. Maybe I should already, yeah, have it in the action. However, it still feels a bit unclear, so yeah, it doesn't feel that simple. And now the knight wants to jump into e4 to hit my queen. That's very possible, in fact. So maybe I could go bishop d3. Yeah, let's go bishop d3 to prevent it. And then, I don't know, g4, even if it would be a pawn sack. I don't think I would really mind. Yeah, I would even go like rook g1 and then g4, but there is counterattack incoming too. That's what we have to be aware of. Definitely. Yeah, I think I'll go knight g5 now, and maybe I can go back to e4 to trade these knights. Definitely my knight is pretty good too. And for example, if h6, I don't think I would even move it. because I would get the open H file, which would be just, you know, maybe even winning. It might be just that simple. But in this position, it's not just that simple yet. So, yeah, I feel like going back to e4 is quite good to trade on the knights. There is an avalanche coming. Can go g4, h5. I don't know why, but I played this opening as black when I was younger. I was playing the Petrov, and I never liked this line for black, but when I'm playing it as white, I also cannot really figure out how to break through. But when I was playing it as black, it felt like I'm getting crushed, but yeah. But this, I might take advantage of it just by playing queen g3. It might just work. Although there is then c4 coming anyway. Maybe queen e2 and queen h5. And then if g6, I got this. And I got h5, more importantly. The question is, what is black gonna do in meantime? Probably push on the queen side. Now in theory, I'm also attacking c5 because the pawn is pinned. But I don't know if I really would want to take that pawn. I think I want to focus more on the attack. That seems more important. This will be a checkmate threat. g6 will be likely the stopping move. But then what? Then I'll have to figure it out. Queen f3. Yeah, perhaps queen f3 could work. Yeah, I feel good about this. Yeah, now I feel good about this. Because with g6 provoked, then h5 will be really strong. And with that, I might be even just winning. Yeah, I'll go back to f3. I got d5 square if needed. I got bishop h6, which will win the exchange if nothing happens. If I really want to. I can play that. However, I like this bishop maybe even more than this rook. At the same time, exchange is an exchange, and the attack still might fail. There is a chance that there isn't a clear path yet. For example, this h5, and also threatening bishop g4, pick up the exchange. However, I still feel like there's gotta be something. Yeah, I just need to find a way to sack something on h5 or take something on h5. Take somehow on h5, that's it basically. And I wonder if that is rook d5 and then take, sack the rook. Because that could be certainly very interesting. I could go just queen g3 to start it. Yeah, I think I'll go queen g3. Yeah, I'll just go queen g3 to start the action, but with the bishops combined with the rook, it feels quite dangerous for black. And now I don't think the attack is that fast to compensate. I hope it's not, but it doesn't seem so. There's still this threat, but like I said, I don't know if I'm that interested in winning that exchange. It might do better. Let's not forget though that this bishop is a little vulnerable there under the queen, which is a one thing that I had to check before playing queen g3. If, I don't know, something like bishop takes h4 doesn't work, you know, because of the discovered attack against bishop, but yeah, no good bishop discoveries, and yeah, this I just take and defend, or even take with the rook, you know, that defends too. But for example, now, yeah, bishop f6, I guess you're maneuvering to g7 to defend is now threatening this bishop, so be careful. I have now two nice moves. And I don't know which one should I choose. No, I think I know. I'll go bishop f3 and rook d5. That's what I want. Because if I go bishop d5, I'm threatening queen g6. Oh, wow. I thought that it trusts the queen, but thankfully it doesn't. Thankfully it doesn't. There are still quite some ways to escape. Actually, do. Should decide quickly. If I go here, there's f6 then. Is the biggest problem. I go in. And I'm threatening check. I think this is fine. Maybe queen e8. Hello, welcome to the stream. Just in a very nice attacking game. The first one of the day, actually. Just a5, pushing on the other side of the board completely. It doesn't seem right. I really don't think it is. What's gonna happen to me if I take? Nothing. I have to make sure that there are no attacks on the queen, but only attack that might concern me would be f6, but then I can even take. Queen e6 going after a2. That's the idea here. That is for sure, so I might as well just go king b1 and be okay. Although even that might not be okay, actually. Yeah, okay, I think I'm fine, but bishop f6, now he's the queen. And I don't want to lose this bishop because it is kind of hanging. Okay, so just b4. Trying to do something here. I think I'll go c4 to block. I'm glad that you're all hyped for Tuesday. I've actually never done it before, like a stream where I would be focusing specifically on playing just viewers. Can I go in there? They have to go back. There's f4, right? Possibly. There could be f4 if bishop e5 now. But 1 minute, I'm also putting d6. I feel like the mate should be around the corner. Maybe I just gotta move the bishop placed on d5 and go h5. Yeah, if I can achieve that, I think it's game over. But I haven't achieved it yet. Maybe though. Yeah, honestly likely. Queen e5 changes things quite a bit. Checkmate threat and a queen trade. So yeah, in that case, I will, yeah, queen trade would simply happen. But I'm already up a pawn at least. Snatched on the h5 and even queenless. With the material left, 2 rooks and 2 bishops for each side. Still is even a mating material. You know? Like even queenless, h5 push could be very strong. And also the attack for black would be basically over without the queen. Because these pawns aren't breaking through. Oh wow. Yeah, I think I'll go for it, even though there's still this possibility. Can go h5 without um oh wow, this actually work. Oh my god, am I actually in some trouble here? I might be. Oh my. And I let the time run too low. I love these games in classical chess, but okay, maybe still some chance even with 12 seconds. This was missed. I thought about this check and then queen f5 and that I might be getting made it here, but here it actually looks quite the opposite. Actually, mate is unstoppable now. Unbelievable. Oh my god, I thought, yeah, I mean, the game was lost. Although, what? Okay, so, okay, I missed this move. I was celebrating too early and now I'm actually lost. Couldn't see through with 0 seconds. Okay, yeah, queen g4 I missed. But yeah, I already knew that. I simply let the time run so low. Thought for too long. This actually is a draw. And you gotta go c3 or take. Yeah, because if you go bishop h6 as happened, then there actually is that queen g4 at the end of the line, as we saw. But yeah, here, if, yeah, I didn't really know what to do, but here if black takes and queen f5, yeah, I mean, it was a good try, but I know that the game was winning. I can go a few moves back, like here, for example. Wow. I said I know, but apparently Engine is proving me wrong a bit. Quite a bit. Okay, so here apparently. Apparently here, I was supposed to take and go after the material instead of go after the king. So yeah, I was actually winning somewhere. like over here, for example, as well. I'm not sure, but yeah, Queen G3 was bossed that long time ago. I thought that I had it even when I saw that A5 move. It felt so slow. So let's try to switch things up a little. I went for E4 in the previous game, so now I'll try the English. Maybe the slightly different position will be better. And I wanna go E4, okay. I actually kind of started to play this. I can advance even further. Doesn't seem too bad. The pawn is gonna get traded. Okay, now I see where it will transpose, and I'm not sure that I like it, honestly. Yeah, it was definitely. But that's... I know if only line, but a specific line that you play against Petrov, where you simply get these types of positions. Can I go b3 and defend the pawn? Triple attack. Oh wow. There would be a triple attack. What if d5? Yeah, is there a way to save these pawns? Maybe I was too optimistic. Perhaps I was too optimistic. Yeah, I think I was definitely too optimistic about that e5 push and a knight f5. Now there is no way to save the pawn. I'll at least castle and try to get something along the diagonal. We'll see though. Okay, I can go bishop b2 and I'll take with the queen. Use the open d-file, and yeah, I got lead in development, so it's not complete catastrophe that I lost that pawn. However, definitely need to be careful here in the opening, not to lose pawns with such ease. Okay, I'll castle, I need to do that. And then 94. Seems like a good square. f5 perhaps for black. f5, e4 could be kind of something. However, yeah, I still believe that I got at least slightly in development and could get something from it. Also f4, because I got e4 well covered. So maybe f4 to trade and take with the knight and gain even more activity, and then f5 would not be nearly as strong. And I would actually have pressure along the f-file. Okay, so black decides to take. I'm kind of surprised. Because, yeah, we saw e5 on the previous move. Doesn't mean that without the knight, the e-pawn is badly placed. Glad you like it, but honestly, in this specific variation, like, I don't really know what I'm doing. Like, I mean, I see the moves, but I don't know the theory. Because it is not so easy to learn theory in English. You learn more the piece placement, and you get inspired by very nice grandmaster games that you analyze and things like that, but actual theory, it's not that easy because English is kind of an opening where both sides can play basically anything. Yeah, my position is definitely more active. You can see that. And now I got the bishop here, but I'm down the e-pawn that I managed to lose with my optimistic e5 push very early. Actually, on the move 7, I pushed e5 and already that move might be losing that pawn because yeah, then these two pawns are pretty weak once the d file has opened up. But definitely I still got activity, so we can play on. Two bishops on very nice diagonals. I don't think there's too much to be done against that e5 pawn. I think that it's better to double up on the d file. Be first on that diagonal, and yeah. Potentially, how could we draw this? Yeah, well, we can still win. However, yeah, if black plays well, we should suffer because yeah, simply the extra pawn. However, with the bishop pair against bishop and knight, there is very nice motif how you can manage to draw, and that is by trading, in this case, the dark squared bishop for the knight, and then in opposite card bishops with just the pawn up, it's very unlikely to win. I'll take that with the queen to control the file. If I would take with the rook, then rook d8, and we would trade the second pair of rooks as well, which I don't really like. I like to control the d file, at least for a bit longer. Still, the rook can manage to get there with bishop f6 and rook d8. But still, I feel like capturing with the queen and controlling it for a bit longer is the right way to go. Also, I'm looking to these moves to switch diagonals, and right now bishop a3 is the knight, pins it to the rook. I'm not saying it's impossible to defend. Okay, now the knight moves, so it's not even a possibility. However, good direction to look. Okay, so knight e6 actually is a very well-placed knight. Rook d8 now, and okay, so actually after all, I cannot really do much about that rook trade. And also knight landing on d4, but if that happens, then I think I'll take, and we'll get that opposite card bishops, where I might have serious choice chances. And yeah, if basically you get to the opposite card bishops, you try to trade the heavy pieces, because otherwise an attack can be very dangerous. But okay, a6 defended that pawn that was under attack. But apart from that, not that much has changed. I might just go h4 to give the king extra square, and maybe h5. Because after h5, it's never really good to take a free pawn, because you get doubled h-pawn, and yeah, now there it is. Rook d8. And I'm not exactly sure whether I want to take, even though I might just want to pawn back. Okay, knight can take, but if knight takes, then it's okay. Yeah, if knight takes, then it's okay. And it does, to save the pawn. Isn't f4 a move? If pawn takes, I get the check. And then, okay, there isn't really a follow-up. There quite isn't. Bishop on h3 could be better than on g2. Yeah, it seems so. There is a nice pawn blockade, but this diagonal has future. It is open so far. Now the queen gets a bit more active. So for that reason, I might go king h2 to dodge any backrank checks. And still, the e5 pawn is pressured twice, so the queen cannot really move. If queen d1, I just take, regain my pawn, and then I might be playing it for a win, although, yeah, the bishop would get traded off, so then probably not. However, knight d6 was played instead. I don't think I want to take. My goal is to trade the dark squad bishop for the knight. To have a chance for a draw. Still, f4 is in my mind. If I would wanna play it by any chance. But no, I don't think you want to, and this kind of feels like an ideal placement for my pieces. Yeah, it does. I'll go bishop c3. Bishop c3. Controlling d2, which might be helpful. If knight c5, which is honestly the only active move I can see. Like immediate active. Yes, you can maybe improve, I don't know, h6. But that's more long term for black. Knight c5 should be very nice to start by bishop b4. So that would be without problems. And now I could even try to infiltrate deeper with the queen. That the h5 was played. Like I said, nothing very immediate. I don't want to go in and give up d3 square. But what am I supposed to do then? Okay, I have to move. Bishop f1 defends d3, but now queen d1 comes with an attack on the bishop, which could be a problem. King defends. Yeah, I could defend with the king. There is no light squad bishop to take advantage of the queen pinning. Yeah, okay, I'll go back and self-bane. But like I said, without the Light Squad Bishop is not as severe. It doesn't feel to be. And now just queen goes back. But now I can try to go in. I got d3 defended. And now I'm simply hitting at one. Challenging black. Now let's go back. I don't have to do anything. Black is the one who needs to make a progress. Now I can even take on e5. There's no problem with that. I regained my pawn and now we are playing queen and knight versus queen and bishop. I'll take and open the position up. Now a4. My king is perfectly safe. We both got past pawns. Hold on, it is really, yeah, and suddenly the position has opened out and changed so much. I can go a6, it is defended. I got check. I'm actually pretty fast with the pawn. I got a check, a7, a8. This might turn around. Yeah, if c4, I just give a check, a7, and I gotta be faster. There is no knight c7 to stop the pawn, and yeah, I thought about capturing the pawn, but I feel like I'll simply go forward. Is there a chance that I choked? I'm a little worried that there are checks quite everywhere. Okay, but this is what I saw I can do. But now a8 is not defended. Hopefully I can convert it, but yeah, maybe like, yeah, queen a1. And what do I do? I can attack the knight this way. But it seems like the pawn is lost. There was a draw though, maybe I should have taken that. I can go there, that would be winning. Oh, so maybe now I'm winning? Am I? I think I am again, but it is swinging so much. 16 seconds though. Queen go, check, yeah, when I promote, I cover the diagonal. There's no check from the knight. Yeah, I defend the diagonal, and now I can go back. I got 2 queens. But no time on the clock. There is a checkmate. There should be. Oh my. I'm losing. Yeah. Nice game. Yeah, position was incredible, but this is simply 10 plus nothing. 10-minute game. And yeah, I'm not that kind of bullet player that I could win anything with 5 seconds online. I don't know how that's possible to be that fast with the mouse and not blunder anything. Can be quite fast, but still. You cannot really pre-move, so I still don't really get that. But okay, next game. We built a solid position that I don't even know what opening would you classify this to be as. I know that capturing is a thing, so let's do it. Yeah, because the bishop waits a move. And now I could go knight d5, open up the bishop. I don't know yet what do I want to do exactly with these two pieces. This knight will get developed through d7, most likely. Although if knight takes or bishop takes, then yeah, c6 becomes available. But otherwise, I don't see it. Okay, e4. So we have actually, or have we? We have definitely transposed into some kind of a Grunfeld variation. But it might be that white's got extra move. It could be possible. Let me pin. It could be possible, I don't really know, because yeah, otherwise this is just Grunfeld, but I don't know if white's got an extra move. Because I went c6, c5, or whether it was lost somewhere. 2 for white. e5, I don't know that if that's really good. Because I in fact think that it's not really good. Because yeah, you are trying to block the bishop. However, you cannot really take or push, then you would open it up again. And yeah, with e6, the pawn on d4 becomes weak. Yeah, I sometimes do. I like to analyze it a bit more with just myself because I know where the game slipped, and I sometimes do. But yeah, honestly, yeah, I could also use game review. Here it feels to me I'll just take, and then I can go e6, and yeah, d4 is pretty weak. Although I locked down this bishop, but in Grunfeld you usually give up your light squad bishop for the knight, so it's not that bad, and this should be a compensation for the bishop pair. I got an easy maneuver with the knight to get that d5 square, and then yeah, you just wanna attack the d pawn. Queen h5 is a lot of times a move. However, here in these lines, you go b6. Yeah, you just go b6. And your pawns should be pretty safe. I just was not sure if opening up this diagonal would mean anything. But I can just go rook c8 and defend. Yeah, I'll just go rook c8. Okay, the pawn is now under pressure. It is defended by the knight, which is definitely strong enough. There's queen e7 to defend a7. Rook d8. Nice position, I must say. I could also go back with the light square bishop to f5, hit the rook, if it would be something. But yeah, I think I like this position. There is a good chance that I could win the pawn in the future. Bishop g5 to hit my queen. Okay, fine. For d7, problem with d7 is that I'm pinned a little bit. I might... Yeah, I think you go queen d7. Now there's a threat of picking up that pawn immediately. Although there isn't. Oh, I just realized that. Okay, bishop goes there. But now I feel like I will take... I will be defending. Yeah, I take to simply mess up the structure of the pawns. And then I have... Or do I actually don't have queen b7, right? No, I don't. Bishop a6. But if queen c7, I'll get pinned. Is there a chance I could take bishop takes? I take on e5, but I don't see it. I don't really see how it would be possible to sack a piece like that. I got queen d5 too. Okay, queen d5 actually could be fine. We could get a repetition. There's queen a5 too. Yeah, queen d5 actually. Why wouldn't I play this? Hitting f3 too. Yeah, with queen b7 there is bishop a6. It would win the exchange. But if I wouldn't find queen d5, then yeah, I would go to b7 and give up the exchange because there was nothing better. But queen d5 is good enough. You know, you hit the pawn you just weakened, you defend. Yeah, this should be fine. And I can move the knight, which is very important. Which might be very important. For example, rook c1. The knight is hit and there's no way for me to defend it again, so I could move it. a5 is a good square in the Grunfeld. There's no b pawn to harass it, and you can go to c4 later on. There's no longer pressure against a7. If bishop takes and gets this pawn, which is actually happening now, I don't even know if I want to take with the rook or the queen. But I should take with the rook. Yeah, and I'm attacking f3. Pressuring d4 quite a lot. I'm planning to double up on the c file. Yeah, this looks pretty good. I'm also hitting a2. But if I take it, there is rook e1. So doubling up will be better. Just controlling the file. There is massive pressure against d4. White doesn't even have that bishop advantage. We just got excellent pawn structure. And there are a lot of weak pawns in white's position. For example, rook c5 or rook c3, very easy way to go after them. I think rook c4 is the easiest way. Yeah, why not? Yeah, now bishop goes back. Okay, actually this one is defended by the queen. Didn't realize it, but yeah, it is still fine. It is still definitely fine, but it's not clear how to get through. It's not. Oh no, I don't actually really like that. Although I do. Kind of, but I see lines with a5 now being possible. Sort of, because yeah, if I take, you get an open b file and doubled a pawn is not really that much better than a sole a pawn. Let's go rook d8 now and threaten capturing on e5. And the queen cannot really move around just how she wants. There is f3. Yeah, I think that I got to the point where I prefer bishop. Even though it very depends. Yeah, it very depends on the combination of the pieces and also the overall position. It is, you know, very hard to say. But yeah, if it's a closed position, then knight. But if it's not like clearly closed, then probably just bishop. Okay, so f4 actually defends e5, but now this bishop is very not a good one, not a happy one. Queen e4. Doesn't seem like that much. I can go rook d5. I'm controlling everything, but now yeah. Rook c1 might just clear everything. Still, if it gets the bishop endgame, I'll definitely have an advantage because of all these pawns on the dark squares. And yes, I got these, but they aren't really that easy to get to, and also d5 you can never really push in the event of just bishops endgame. Queen b3. Yeah, just rook c3. I can play that a bit quicker. If queen b4, I'll go bishop f8. That would be a very nice move. Whoa, there could be rook c1 now, too. The queen is left undefended. That could be quite good. I cannot even play that. Okay, well, let's claim the second rank. I can claim the second rank. Do I want to draw? I mean, it looks very good, the position. At the same time, I should just get the c-file fully under control, because then rook c1 will come. Yeah, and it comes right now. Okay, I'll go rook c8 now. And yeah, like I said, if we trade all the heavy pieces, I'll be okay, and I would still play the endgame for the win. So I'm okay. I just need to make sure that we won't trade, like, I don't know, one pair of rooks in not a very favorable way. It would not be that great. Can I take rook e1? And okay, let's not do that. Perhaps. Why not to go bishop f8 anyway? Activate a little. Wow. I mean, I don't take it that serious, but I was thinking about it a little, and I feel like honestly maybe playing blades, but it might depend on how many people will actually be there. But for now, I'll finish the game. Yeah, the queen got a little active with that maneuver. I was thinking it might be like the time control might be like just 3+2. It's time control that I just play in blitz. And it might be just, yeah, the most preferred format. Yeah, rapid would be better, but yeah, yeah, like I said, we'll see how many people will be there and will want to play, because that might be the deciding factor. Because I could go like 3 hours, but more than that could be a little too much for me. We'll see though. I'm not hanging this pawn, I would win the bishop, so yeah, that's the idea. Okay. If we would trade, I wouldn't really mind. The king is more active, but my bishop is definitely better. Okay, so we are trading immediately. Apparently we are. Wow, am I not getting my king there fast enough? No, I am. The king cannot go there. Wow. Yeah. So I can go to e6, but that was really the last thought I could take. But yeah, now you can see that all of these pawns are locked. Bad squares. Bad color. And yeah, I can get around. F5 is not an option. But with the bishop controlling this, it's not that easy, honestly. I could try to get h6. No, I cannot even go to get h6. There would be a check. I can get g3 now. But that doesn't even make a difference. This should not be just a draw. Okay. It is a draw indeed. It was better the whole game. Maybe even winning. And okay, you wanted the game review. I'm not actually that sure how will the chessboard be, but yeah, it is actually the same for you guys. Wow. Yeah, I was winning actually. Oh wow, you cannot really see that. That's not that nice. I might switch the scenes, but I don't remember which one it is. No, sorry guys. I might get it ready for the next stream to get a new scene where I could switch. But even this way, I can show you the key moments. It was actually all in this end game. Here I'm winning. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I could just pick up that phone. Okay, but 30 seconds, I think that, yeah, I can say that it was too fast for me to see that. And then again, going back immediately, apparently, and then, well, but no, actually, I'm glad that I won the game review now, because I wouldn't think that I was winning like this in such an end game. Oh yeah, King F5, yeah, King F5 was there, and I knew about this, but yeah, I would have to abandon D5, which in this case would be fine. I would have a check, and I think that it was even later over here. And then again, King F5, yeah, and once more. Okay, that was actually pretty interesting for me to see that I was winning. But yeah, honestly, it could be a good idea if you guys like it. I don't mind, honestly. I sometimes even do my self-analysis without the game review, but I just look at interesting moments from the game that I remember. Oh wow, Nimzo Larsen attack. Yeah, problem with this is that it obviously is not very good. Okay, but I don't know why D4 was played. With that, it's not that great, or it should not be for white, or that dangerous for me. But yeah, the thing about Nimzo Larsen attack is that, yeah, it's just is not a great opening. However, you can be sure that your opponent who plays it has played hundreds of games with that opening, and you played like a couple, you know? Like, that's the main issue. But otherwise, yeah, we got a fine position that seems like from some kind of a, yeah, just Queen's Gambit, because I expect C4 to be played sooner or later. I could go knight e4 here. Maybe it was a possibility even on the previous move to get knight f6 before the knight could take. And yeah, here I'm thinking just f5 to defend the pawn. If f3 I can even take, and I got another e-pawn to push forward. Maybe I can do it even now. Go e5. Actually, why not? I know that there is the tension between the bishops, but I don't feel like, yeah, that line would be very bad. Okay, but the pawn has been pushed one square ahead. Okay, I'll take and isolate it. Now there is a weak diagonal. I'll attack it immediately. Bishop defends it. There will be a pain. I can win the bishop pair and win the dangerous bishop, but then b takes, and I don't see through the position. Like, how are we standing? So I could as well just go king h8 and wait a little, because the capture of the bishop will be there on the next move too. Like, definitely. In fact, now I am attacking d5. And he can defend only with the knight move, which only available is knight b1 or bishop a3 to go for the rook. And then d6 possibly, which might seem like the choice of my opponent, but no. Here we see knight b1 being played. Now I could take though. Now I wouldn't be so scared about the b file. And I could take and go f4. I don't even have to take, but it seems quite good. And then go f4. Whatever, but yeah, maybe I don't even have to take. There's knight a3. Okay, would open up this. There is also queen g5. I can take with the rook, but it doesn't seem that great. a5 is a move. A lot of interesting ideas. Okay, yeah, you know what? I'll go queen g5 first. Because I think that bishop a3 will be played, and in that case, f4 would be much better. With no bishop on b2, and with queen g5, I also have d8 available for the rook. So yeah, I'll wait with f4. It shouldn't get defended that easily. Though there is knight c3 or knight d2 back that would attack e4, so in advance of f4, the e4 could be taken and hit the queen. But yeah, another possibility after f4 would be bishop g4, you know, like bishop h3. Bishop h3 might win on the spot, although if pawn takes, the queen would be hit, so yeah, I cannot really go for that without recapturing. Okay, knight c3 is here, defending the pawn, and maybe going for b5 and hitting this pawn, like I said. How big of a deal this is. It might be a big one. Actually, now f4. Yeah, okay. Just go bishop d7 then. To complete development. And yeah, I can now get the rooks to D and C file where they simply belong. Maybe the rook on the F file is good to support the F4 push. At the same time, it still will take time now to set it up, considering the E4 being under pressure. But yeah, I wanted to go F4 without queen g5, but I simply didn't like the pressure and the tension between the bishops. That was the reason. There is knight c8, knight d6, but it will all get under the diagonal. Otherwise, the knight on d6 would defend e4, would be perfect. Can go a5, typical idea. Can go to c8 to attack the bishop even more. The bishop might have to move. But it takes c8 for the knight. Okay, let's try that. Let's try that. Also, potentially exchange sacrifices is a direction that I'm looking. But yeah, like I said, the tension between the bishops through this pawn is what might as well just likely stop me from going f4, even if the knight would no longer attack e4. But right now, I'm simply threatening a pawn by capturing the bishop on c4. There's still this bishop a3, but with bishop a3 I just go rook d8 in basically all cases. And then yeah, the diagonal would be free. Queen e2, choosing to defend the bishop instead of moving it. But now there is a5, and then I would only have knight a8, which I don't really like. One of the 4 worst squares for the knight on the entire board. Yeah, there's a5. Then b5 would be very weak, so yeah, I know about that move. And I might just play it, I could. Yeah, okay, yeah, let's go for it, but it doesn't, yeah, it doesn't feel to be so great. If bishop b5, then I wanted to say that I'll definitely go rook d8, but again, I would see the trade and then queen b5, and yeah, with b5 square, it's not as clear, as it definitely just is weak. Okay, so yeah, it should be time for rook d8, finally. I can still take the bishop, but I shouldn't wait for too long. Though, yeah, if I don't take the bishop, it should still be fine. But there is high potential in the bishop, so... And the knight currently is not the best piece. But yeah. Now do I have rook c5, which was a move I wanted to go for. Because it seemed pretty interesting. Yeah, okay, I feel like rook c5 is a good decision. But without f4, the pressure is getting only bigger and bigger on the queen side. Okay, bishop a3, I don't think that... Yeah. I'm okay with that. Although I'll just go back now. Okay, bishop b5. Now there's an exchange sacrifice possible. Now the exchange sacrifice could be possible. Still undefended e4 against the queen this time. If I take, queen will take. There are some ways to defend the knight, but not the pawn. Okay, if we actually trade, then without the bishop, the attack on the king side would be a lot weaker. I'm starting to realize. We might as well just go away for f4 anyway. Okay, let's do it. Because yeah, it feels like I'm quite collapsing here. Yeah, okay, knight takes e4 is played. I gotta go to h4 now. Move the queen. I'm hoping I'll get something on d5. There's a tension between rooks. Maybe it would be good to take. Yeah, I hope there is bishop g4. Yeah, it was. Knight on c3 is holding the king side. That's not actually seen that often. Usually it's the knight on f3. But the knight on the queen side, a short range minor piece, would be defending the king on the king side. But yeah, even that is possible in a game of chess. There are still some questions. Okay, let's take with the knight. Let's try that. Although maybe, yeah, it was better to take with the rook. It was better to take with the rook. Would have just these two pieces swapped. So how would that actually look? No, I think it would be better to have them swapped. Definitely, there is even a nice tactic now. I don't have to go for it, however. Okay, the f-pawn will not have that much use. Now I'll take with the queen. Maybe try to use the f-file. Only down a pawn so far. My pieces seem to be a little spread around and not well coordinated. Which is the main issue they have. That they're a bit loose. Okay, rook f7. Gotta create at least a pressure. Maybe there is e4, bishop d4, who knows. Bishop b7 then with pin. There's still just the pawn that is running down the board. And will most likely be pushed right now. Supported by a lot of pieces. And who's stopping it? Because I'm not. Can go to b6, but yeah, just d7 and then I'll have to take. Yeah, I'll definitely take a look to that moment where I played queen g5. Because, yeah, there I actually could go for f4. But I decided against it because of the bishop trade. That would be very likely. Let's try maybe one last trick with the bishop or something. But even that is not there. If bishop b2. Maybe I'll take a look at it afterwards for sure. Maybe that was the final. Maybe that already was the losing thing. Let's push. There are still a few ways white could go wrong. I'll try them. Why not? This maybe was not the best way to try. But yeah, I guess at this point I'll just play till I lose some time. Or some miraculously get a checkmate. Although, yeah, no, there's nothing else to do. Okay, so yeah, I'll definitely take a look back. What was the position? It was very close there. Yeah, here. It was just in this position. So yeah, feeling white is a bit better. You're right, because of the past pawn, it has to be. Fast move, queen g5, it's not. Because of the knight c3 move. However, f4 might be even worse. We'll see, but it's not up there. Okay, apparently it might be a bit better than queen g5. The top move was queen h4. Which, yeah, also crossed my mind, but yeah, so apparently this was actually fine. And yeah, now we will trade the bishops, which yeah, simply was the reason why I rejected it. And now again, and okay, we'll play this position, but okay, I can go even more back to like this position where simply, yeah, okay, so e5, and yeah, d5, and here white is starting to get an edge, and now option was also step in the wrong direction. Okay, minor mistakes led to a disaster in the end. Yeah, it was, but I felt that the past pawn could be weak, you know, in a way, because the pawn doesn't have a friend. So I was hoping that maybe I could even get ambitious to win it. Exchanged? No, this time I'll go knight c3. Knight e7, okay, you go knight f3 pretty much always. And now I'm hoping to see knight c6. Although I can also go a4. You know what, I'll go a4 before bishop d3. Because if you didn't know that, very nice diagonal for this bishop is this one. Very unusual and atypical. Because this is actually a theory to put bishop on a3 or h3, a6 or a6 in the opening. But yeah, here it actually very makes sense. Really makes sense. My native language is Czech, since I'm from Czechia, so yeah, that is my native language. Okay, now I can go bishop d3, and the reason why I want a4 first was because there is a line where black goes queen a5, hit the pawn on c3, you will go queen d2 and then queen a4 can block the pawn. But here, black castled short. And yeah, black's gonna play this. This that I don't really like. Because yeah, these two bishops will get traded off. And then it's not even that nice. And the worst thing is I cannot go queen e2 to defend it. To defend against bishop a6 and trade off the light squared bishops. Because of c4, would just trap, yeah. Queen e2 looks great, but c4 traps the bishop. Can you say welcome to the stream in chat? Yeah, I certainly can. If you really want to, why not? But it is just a little weird after speaking English for so long. Okay, why not? So here it is. Vítám vás ve svém streamu. That was it, basically. I don't know how that sounds. If you cannot understand language, even though I still don't understand, yeah, most of the languages, you know, so I just don't know how this specific one sounds. Yeah, you have to do it in this line, and then you have to make use of this knight on a6 and the diagonal. Now I can develop the queen most likely the d3, but yeah, it is close because Czechia is next to Poland and they're both I don't know, I think it's like Slav languages. So yeah. Okay, knight b8. All this is very interesting, but I still need to play chess, you know, so. But otherwise, these are some nice and interesting questions and topic. Interesting topic, yeah. How I remember that I counted this was with jumping away with the knight and going for f4, f5. So that's what I'll try here. If g5, I don't really mind. How many languages do you know? Well, I can only speak Czech and English. Then I have like German at school, and you know, but I'm not very good at it. And then I can also understand Slovak language because it's very similar to Czech language. Okay, knight d7, and now, yeah, I wanted to go for f4, so let's do it. F4, f5 will break through, and that's how I countered this setup when it took me a bit by surprise in one of my games in October on a very important tournament that actually was the tournament of my life, I think I can say, because I scored only 4 victories, but 5 draws and 0 losses, so yeah. That was very amazing. And yeah, there I knew my opponent will go for French, but I was not expecting the exact line with bishop a6, f5. Okay, yeah, typical thing in French defense. You go f6 or f5, but then you're supposed to take it, just in about all cases. And yeah, there it took me a bit by surprise, and I got pressured a lot along the c file, but with f4, f5, I managed to hold worst position to a draw. Here it seems better though. No big pressure on the c file yet. And you could go in. There is knight e4. I'll read that question and answer to you just once I play the move. Because there is knight e4. Possibly I can also go c4, f5 anyway. f5 anyway could be a move. Could be a thing to do. But I should be also able to play it on the next move. Even after knight e4, I like the rook on e1. But there are many type of players in that tournament, where actually in that tournament, there were none. Because, yeah, it was under 16 tournament, so yeah, not many. But still, I gained like 150 rating points, so yeah, it was great. And possibly I can sack the exchange in some lines. f5, okay, I cannot go f5 now, since the rook is controlling that. However, if I go back now, this pawn is attacked, really? Is that a problem? I'm very tempted to sack that exchange, but I know it's wrong. I know it's wrong to do so. I can go c4 now. c4 should be better now. Yeah, okay, c4 looks good. The pawn is actually under attack anyway. I haven't realized that. Yeah, okay, so the rook takes. Rook takes and hits the knight. So what do? I can take. And yeah. Counter attack the knight, whoever pawn takes. The knight is even defending. Yes, he takes d4. I should probably do that. Anyway. Then, yeah, I cannot really take immediately after. Okay, so I'll just have to go back to f3. I can also take. Then the queen comes in. Is that better? Hard to say, but I'll try this line. I'll try this line with knight f3 that I just should have played already a couple moves ago. And now c4. And that is quite interesting. I don't think that that's the best black could do. Okay, queen e3 should be the move. I'm threatening to win a piece now. That would be great. Now the bishop is very useful on this diagonal. For example, doubling up won't be that easy. And yeah, if we realize that the pawn that I'm down is like over here, which is not very easy to get through anyway, it's not that terrible. What is worse is this knight on e4. That's really, yeah, a pain. I don't know what to do about that knight. To get rid of it, I could push g3, I think, here. It's good, then sacrifices. become a real possibility. Okay, the bishop is good, at the same time there is currently nothing I can do with it. With that bishop, okay, I'll go g3 and then king g2 to improve a bit, but rook e8. Then I'll have to figure out where to go with the queen. Yeah, knight d2. Yeah, knight d2 I know is there. At the same time, is it the right time for it? Yeah, it likely is now after g3. I think it's the right time. Let's take with the rook. Take control over the f-file. And a good thing is the knight is very far away from reaching e4. A lot of moves. And very restricted now by the pawns. And by the bishop too, basically, even though I'll have to take and it would be just a trade. And knight h8, but yeah, that doesn't seem too good too. Only way without being attacked by the pawn or the bishop is this way, but that seems a little too ridiculous. Even though, yeah, even if 97, I don't know if I would take. But here, knight f6, another sacrificing opportunities, has just rised from nowhere. But the knight is far away. You can give a check. That's about it. Okay, let's give a check and then, yes, see what happens. Queen f7 is very likely, I think. There it is. Let's go here now. For example, 97 could very easily blunder a rook. Very easy way to lose a game for black. Wouldn't complain. Very good thing is that the rook cannot go to f8, but the e8 and the e-file is good enough. Knight f3 would make knight e4 possible again. Although not really, because I would take and then double check. Would win a piece. So okay, I think I'll go knight f3. There is rook infiltration possible. There is. Otherwise, knight e5 is a big threat. Okay, now, yeah. Now knight falling back is fine. Well, actually, yeah, the knight is still defending, but okay, I'll take in the end. I don't really know what else, and place the knight on e5. I gained activity, but it's not enough. Knight e4, possible for black too, but it doesn't seem like it does all that much. Hopefully it doesn't. Okay, let's try g6. And now there actually is rook f7. Rook f8 stops that. Yeah, rook f8 stops that. But I still at least got a threat. A big one that black has to deal with. Rook f8, knight g5, knight f6. I don't know why would you move. Maybe there is a draw. There might be a draw. There very likely is a draw. Wow, I'm taking... Yeah, I'm taking draw all day. And yeah, there is actually, wow. Glad I managed to draw. If king goes to h8, I gotta check. And then this, and it would be a draw anyway. Okay. So I made up for that pawn that I lost. Yeah, here. So apparently queen e6 is the only way to keep advantage for black. Otherwise, it's all a draw or lost because of this. But yeah, where did it happen? Yeah, I think here I was just supposed to go back immediately. Or not. c4 or d c5 is the best. For some reason, then g3. Okay, I would go knight f3. Okay, I see. I see. But it's not even the main reason. Okay. Yeah, it was tough position, but very equal. Well, it is a bit laggy now, but hopefully it will be patched soon by itself. I can't really do much. But here it is a strong player. I'm not really sure, but yeah, okay, I'll try Rui Lopez. We see the Berlin. We see the Berlin. If you want to get anything from Berlin, you should castle, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Castling is the way, and then black takes, and now you can get an endgame or a draw with d4. That's basically it, or more tricky is rook e1. Now you can take, and take with the rook. And now you can go knight c3. And yeah, c6, and now bishop d3, or bishop f1. Bishop d3 played Steinitz. And bishop f1 is, I think, the best move. Let's try bishop f1. I know about that line. But I think that it's more likely that we would get an endgame. Okay, d4 cannot be bad. And now, even though you wanna just go off the checkmates, rook e1 should be the best. Okay, if rook e8, I have to be careful not to lose this pawn that is currently under attack. Because if the e4 is undefended. But I can hit the knight. Can hit the knight. But the knight can hit the pawn. The knight can hit the pawn. then I can go 91 and c3 perhaps. Okay, let's do it this way. There are probably more. Also bishop e3 or capturing. Okay, but apparently trading. So this seemed to win that pawn. Even bishop e5 doesn't stop that, though I thought that I'm hitting. There's still d5. Yeah, okay, so d5 could work here. Yeah, I think yeah, d5 is gonna be good. Yeah, okay, so d5 is still fine. I thought that there must be something. And the bishop takes, I take with the queen and double d pawn would not be very impressive to have. Can go rook d1 and just defend it, even though e5 is where I wanna have. The rook. Okay, yeah, bishop c4 is good. Bishop c4 is good. I don't think that black wants to take like ever. The d6 pawn would be very weak afterwards. Nice diagonal for the bishop. If I take, I get a nice diagonal. It can get blocked easily with d5 then. But I would have it for at least one move, which can be very useful. Bishop e6 is not a possibility, not so easy to develop that bishop. You cannot even go to the queen side with the queen currently. Nice backrow mate. Bishop d7 is a square for the bishop, I think. But then the d6 pawn becomes defended just by the knight for a move. And well, as I see it, yeah, I just wanna put the rook to the e file. That seems way better than to the d file. And I'm not sure where to put the queen. Better to go like this or like this. I'm thinking more about queen d3, rook e1. But okay, c5 was played to shut down the diagonal of this bishop, and also now there is a nice outpost on d4. I think it was found quite nicely. At the same time, it still is pretty much fine, and I think it should be at least slightly better for me still. Yeah, okay, let's just go queen d2, rook e1. And I can get the bishop to this diagonal later. The pawn gains space. It's a bit weak. So far, well defended, but yeah, it is a bit far advanced from the c pawn. a4 should be just played without thinking, although there are things to consider, as always. Maybe I will even allow the expansion. Feel like allowing it, because then a4 will be a bit weak. Yeah, I think I'll allow b5 to happen. b2 could be lost by now. At the same time, nice pressure against d6. c3 could almost trap the bishop or get it out of king side. bishop d3 or bishop back to f1 again. Bishop d3 should be the move. Okay, so c4 first. c4 first. Now I'm not sure whether I take on f5. Help develop the bishop. Bishop e4 or go back to f1. I like the diagonal, but I want to jump to e4 with my knight. And also, yeah, if I wouldn't want to go after d6 in event of bishop takes b2, c3, there is bishop a3, wow. Okay, so bishop a3 actually defends this pawn. I can also go b3. But then there could be queen a5, this defense. I can go g4 and then sack the bishop maybe. Yeah, h3 is a fine idea too, but I think that it's better not to play it right now. Okay, I'll go b3. I'm not scared of this. I would get knight d4, and actually the queen is defended, so yeah, then there is nothing to worry about. There's no a2 pawn, and now I should simply take towards the center. The c file could be weaker. Yeah, I'll take towards the center. There's a possibility of creating outside passed pawn now, but it's not that scary. Let's get the knight to e4 now, and yeah, there's a possibility of going c4. Bishop e5. No, that's not a possibility. Okay, c4, but then it's quite unclear. I'm creating outside passed pawn for black with this move. And I know it. Okay, could have taken there with the bishop, but that would make the bishop a pawn. This bishop is not very nice now too, but... And the bishop on f1 also. Not that great, but yeah, just... Yeah, I just felt like capturing with the b-pawn. Whether it's right or wrong, we can see after the game. I want to go g4 at some point, like, really I want to. But well, actually, wow, yeah, I should have done that instead of... Or should I? Yeah, I should have done that instead of recapturing. Because now, capturing on e5 should be pretty strong. It would create two connected passed pawns. Yeah, it should be. It got knight c5. I can take now too, and I will. Knight c5 hits the bishop and the pawn. I don't think that it is even possible to defend both. Maybe there is some kind of a fork afterwards, but I got knight d3. Might be all about this pawn. After that, if queen d6, I even have a check, which might be tricky. So I got a pawn. That's good. Good news. Okay, let's activate the bishop now, take control of the diagonal. Could be very nice to, yeah, push h3 now, or yeah, something else, but h3 seems most likely to get rid of any backring mates. The pawn is just being pushed. Yeah, I kind of know about the fact that it is dangerous. Not gonna lie. That it's not. But I still got ways how to stop that with queen a2 and this. And I just will have to hope that my 2 pawns will be stronger at this point, but supported by the rook, it seems pretty fast. Yeah, I need to, but yeah, the thing that makes it that strong is the rook on a8. That's simply it. I don't think capturing with the bishop is good. I'll take with the rook. Let's take with the rook. And yeah, I have nice potential of attacks too, like the rook is not defending. So yeah, I might create something too against the king. Maybe just d6, c5, but yeah, the pawn is so fast, it seems to be. And yeah, in positions like these, it often is not about the quantity, but about the quality of the pawns. Yeah, it seems like I'll have to go queen a2 sooner or later. And queens aren't the best blockaders, but they are at least blockaders. But this might simplify it. Okay, I'll just go back. We are gonna trade, and I won't block with the queen, but with the rook. Yeah, I'll go rook a1 and then try to get counterplay with the pawns. Also go h3 will be useful, definitely. But if the bishops will get traded off, then I feel like I'm able to stop it. With h3, then I definitely should be able to stop it. And no way for black to actually promote the pawn. Okay, let's go rook a1. We'll see queen f6. I'm sure maybe queen d4 was better. Take away that possibility. Yeah, it quite like was better. Although there still is not, or is there a way? Okay, I can do this. I can, but it might be just a draw after that. Okay, we'll see. Let's go h3, but yeah, I should have taken control of the diagonal. So now I'm quite stuck. Actually, I'm very stuck. Okay, yeah. Yeah, queen d4 was the move there. I know it now. Instead of rook a1 immediately, should have... Yeah, queen d4, queen c3 too. That was the perfect setup. That really was. Oh, I'm on the move. Okay, let's go back then, I guess. It threatens to win a pawn. Oh wow, but this... Was it not, or was it? This is fine. It should be. There is rook takes. Then this. And that. I got out of it. I did. I just have a pawn on d5. But queen will move away, and then there is rook coming to d4, so thinking of queen d1 to get rook d2 to support the pawn even more. So yeah, now I got it defended twice, but the queen is in the best spot possible. I'll improve the king. Okay, so we are getting this trade. No, cannot go there. This will be a draw. Yeah, this is just a draw. Okay, well fought. So many draws today. But I just want to go back, yeah, here. I think queen d4 might have been winning. This felt like the crucial position. No, it's actually not winning. And apparently, no. Just d6 or rook a1. Why not queen d4? a2, rook a1. Now, like, there's a problem with... Oh, wow. So, yeah, actually, there would be use of that checkmate threat. But was there a way to do it better here? There for sure was, and apparently, yeah, just blockade with the knight immediately. Okay, I mean, yeah, I lost a couple of rating points today. But yeah, I lost one game on a completely winning position with 2 queens on time. Otherwise, many draw today. Many draw and close fights. So I'm not too disappointed. It's not the worst day, and yeah. And we'll simply see how it will go tomorrow. I think that tomorrow might be honestly the last stream in this journey for quite some time, because then we got our battle against all of you, and then I'll be playing in another tournament, but I can tell you more about that tomorrow, or when we'll be battling it out against each other. So yeah, that's for it today.